What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Keys Ballin', man. I am back with another video for you guys. And this guy, Dennis Schroder, whatever you want to call him, this guy has been passed around the NBA like a blunt at a party. I mean, this guy is just tossed around the league with no regard for this guy's life. I mean, I seen so many memes about this guy. I seen one meme that was like his home, and it was a picture of a U-Haul truck because he's always moving. He's always having to pick up, pack up, and go because no team seems to want to keep this guy. Now, Dennis Schroder, he's not a bad player. He's an okay player, but he's made several mistakes in his career. And I'm not talking about nothing crazy like off the court. Let's just begin with the Lakers offering this man $84 million. And the brother declined, thinking that he could get a bigger deal somewhere else. And that never materialized for him. And so ever since then, he's been hopping around. And this guy is going to live with that regret for the rest of his life, in my opinion. You really let the Lakers off a hook because that would have been a huge mistake for them, giving you all that damn money. But you say, hey, I ain't going to take it. I'm worth more than that. And look at you now, hopping around from team to team. And I know damn well you ain't making up that 84 million. So Dennis Schroder was traded yet again at this trade deadline. He was involved in the deal for the Warriors to get Jimmy Butler. And initially they had him going to the Jazz, and I think now he's going to end up on the Pistons. So this guy has been on 3 teams this season alone. We're not going to count the Jazz one because that never ended up coming to pass officially. We're just going to count the Brooklyn Nets, the Golden State Warriors, and now the Detroit Pistons, man. And if you ask me, I don't want this guy on the Pistons. I don't think Detroit needed him. I thought Detroit made a lot of moves around the trade deadline that I didn't really think they needed to get involved in. I mean, they got a good squad. They got a nice young squad. They've been winning games. So I just don't want to bring a guy like this in the building. But he's in Detroit. And this guy, you guys got to remember, he came out and made some comments not too long ago talking about the trade deadline. He compared it to modern day slavery, basically saying that, you could work for a certain organization and they could just send you wherever they want to and basically kick you out. Now, I don't know how the hell he came up with that comparison, comparing working an NBA job to modern day slavery. I don't know how the hell he came up with that because, slaves, I'm pretty sure they didn't get paid millions of dollars to play a sport. I mean, yeah, you can get traded and it sucks. You got to pack up, move your family, move all your belongings, things like that. But you could have came up with a better comparison than that. You could have spoke on your feelings about how you feel regarding trades mid-season and all this stuff and disloyalty, and you could have spoke on all of that without making that nonsensical comparison. But nonetheless, that's probably one of the reasons why your ass is getting shipped out again. And so Dennis Schroder, man, like I said, he's never going to be able to forgive himself for not capturing that $84 million the Los Angeles Lakers offered him a couple of seasons back, y'all. And I know you guys remember that. This has to be one of the biggest fumbled bags that I have ever witnessed in my long time watching the NBA, man. And so, do I feel bad for this guy? Not really. I mean, when you got an opportunity on the table like that, you have to take it. And now he's struggling to find a home. He's struggling to find somewhere where, the team wants to keep him and build with him. So, I thought he played decent in Brooklyn. to begin this season, and then they shipped him over to Golden State, and I thought he didn't fit with Golden State. I thought he struggled, and then he finally started piecing some things together in Golden State. He had a couple of good games, and then they got rid of him. And so now this guy finds himself on the Detroit Pistons, man. And if you ask me, the Pistons don't go trying to force this guy in the lineup, giving him minutes and things like that. I'm telling you, man, just roll with Cade, roll with your other guys. Hopefully Jaden Ivey can come back soon. He did have that leg injury, so we don't know about that. But I'm telling you, man, this is a guy who he's decent on the basketball court. Don't get me wrong. He's competitive. He will play D, although he's a smaller guard. But I'm telling you, man, you just don't force certain guys in the rotation when you're already playing well. Keep things as is. I think they traded for a couple of other guys too. And I didn't really want to see the Pistons make too many moves. But, that's what their ownership felt they needed to do. But back to Dennis Schroder, this guy, man, he's got to be one of the most down bad players right now in the NBA. No team wants him. He fumbling bags left and right. And he's just a guy that is basically struggling right now. He's coming out making stupid statements, comparing the NBA job to modern day slavery. I mean, nothing's going right for this guy. And so I think Dennis Schroder, maybe, he can find himself a home on his latest team, which is the Pistons. And maybe he can stay there for longer than, 4 weeks. Well, he'll probably have to now, unless he gets cut, because the trade deadline is over with. But, just looking at Dennis Schroder, this won't be one of his most memorable years, I would say. When you look at his career as a whole, I mean, how many damn franchises has this guy suited up for? I mean, like, damn, bro. Like, he like that one dude that that always getting a new job. That he stay at that temp agency, every time he leave one job, he go right back to that temp agency. You see him in a whole nother uniform. Like, damn, bro, you got another job? So, Schroder can't keep a job with one team for more than 1-2 years. Hell, longer than 1-2 months. And so for this guy to keep getting passed around like a blunt at a high school party, it's just devastating to see. It's devastating, man. And and this could be a lesson to you guys. Sometimes, yes, you're supposed to know your worth, but sometimes take the bag they're giving you. You'll get more later. That's better than having nothing at all because you overvalue your worth and now you get nothing. And then you end up thinking you better than you was, deserved more than you did. And now you're in a situation where nobody else wants you and they're just bouncing you around. You bouncing from team to team like the local thought. So, you kind of start to feel a little bad for this guy. I really don't. I think he's made a lot of dumb decisions in his career. And, sometimes the best way to learn is to go ahead and bump your head. And I think he's certainly done that. But I want to get y'all opinion, man. What do y'all think about Dennis Schroder being traded from team to team to team? This guy's been on 3 teams already in the past, month or two? I mean, it's just laughable. So let me know y'all thoughts, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that's checking out the videos, man. And hey, I'm up out of here. Peace.